Hey y'all. Happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday. I'm so glad to see everybody as always. It's a blessing. I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad y'all are here. Please hit the like button if you don't mind on your way in. If you already hit it, I thank you. If you haven't hit it, it's not too late. Please hit the like button. Thank you so much for being here. I hope y'all had a great night. Hope everybody said their prayers and had sweet dreams. If you did not have sweet dreams, I hope as soon as you woke up, y'all went to praying and canceling anything that wasn't so pleasant overnight. Now that we got all that out the way, let me greet y'all and let's talk. Okay, let me see who's in here. Here, Coco Pop. Hey, sis, how you doing? I'm making it. I'm making it. I talked with Marilyn today for a long time, and she kind of perked me up. So I'm grateful for that. Who else is in here? G Darling, hey, good. Listening and working. Jackie James in the house. Hey, lady. Delicia Desmith, it's always a pleasure to see you. Miss Sparkle, how are you? Hey, girl. We still got to talk. I don't know what I'm doing. My schedule is crazy, but I still want to talk to you, and I keep losing time. Hey, Queen Mermaid, you got a meeting in 30 minutes. Okay, all right. We're going to talk to you. Gotta go. All right, Miss Papa in the house. How you doing? How you doing? We got Aria. Hey, gorgeous. Happy Tuesday. Dora Rodriguez, how are you? My good sis, D'Angelo O'Neill. Hey, boo. How you doing? Lala Chanel, our student, our star pupil in the house. Angie, all the way from Miami, Miss Dade County in the building. And she's holding us down in Twitch land. Please, you know what I'm gonna beg y'all if you got two browsers, two devices, or two apps, three more both. Help us out, please. Marilyn is here. Hey sis, love you so much. I know you're busy, but I appreciate you being here. Iris Epperson, how you been doing? I ain't seen you in a minute. What's been going on? How's the family? Hi, Unique, how are you? Oh shoot, AAE in the house. You ain't missed nothing, honey. We got to get into it. Z Angel, how you doing? Good to see you, Angel A. Hello, my dear. Happy Tuesday. My sis is here. Hey there. Happy Tuesday to you too. I know we got to dig into it. I can't wait. Auntie Eva, how you doing? You're gonna catch the replay. This is a hard working lady, y'all. Yes, she is. April Watkins, how are you? Good to see you. Happy to be happy. I'm glad you made it. How are you? All right, all right. Who else got up in here? I don't want to miss nobody before I start running my big old mouth. Hey, Miss Gigi, how are you? How are you? You sneaking while working, while you at work, you listening at the job. I know that's right. Dana Cutler, how you doing, boo? All right, you had to run for your charger. You was on 3%. Girl, you sound like me. That's the kind of stuff I be doing. Ooh, don't act like me. Be better. Hey, D. Marie. I'm for real. I got it bad when it comes to the charger and stuff. I really had to do it. No kidding. No kidding. I got it real, real, real bad. Let's see. Okay. Oh shoot, DH is in here. Hey there, not your twins mama in the building. All right, all right, all right. Okay, so listen, first of all, y'all know we got to get into our updates before we go to the funny pictures. And yes, I was being a little funny with the thumbnail. I see a picture of Marlo out there with that graph pointing down because we got to talk about some ratings today and all that good stuff, and we shall. But y'all know first we got to get the news and the updates out of the way. AAE, thank you so much for the super chat. She said, Seanitra, put those cheekbones to work. Let's get it. Don't worry, I got you. I got you. These old cheekbones, they good for something. I promise you. So we're gonna get into the news as it is right now. It's a little, I don't know, the news is a little funny. The news is a little iffy. The news is a little iffy, and it's the things that made me a little uncomfortable. But uncomfortable or not, we're gonna talk about it because we family. And I mean, what better setting to talk about the uncomfortable things? Um, I sound like I'm underwater. No problem. Let me fix that. Let me fix that. Thank you for letting me know. By the way. Okay, here we go. I'll fix it. All right. So this is better, I'm sure, right? No, it was okay. I know what to do. Like when it does that, every now and then, it's like one of the devices here. I don't know what it is. It doesn't cooperate well with StreamYard from time to time. No, it wasn't you. It wasn't me. I'm out. Am I out of the fishbowl now? Hey, E Davis. SS. Hey, boo. Thank you so much. Yeah. It wasn't on. It wasn't on y'all's end. It was on my end. Thank y'all so much. You was offered a job with the state of California. I know that's right. Make sure you count your money and count your fingers too. You know they tricky over there. All right, so let's get into this thing. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm gonna see if I can get this one to work because I actually prefer this one. Are we still good? Because if so, I would like to get into our update. How y'all doing? Oh my gosh. You cutting garden fence and listening. I like you, Angel A. You my kind of girl. So, first up in the news, we actually don't have any new lies to report from y'all's president. Thank God. Hey, come again. I'm always grateful when Joe take a break in line. Anytime he take a break line, I'm always so grateful. When I say grateful, I mean ever so grateful. All right. So we have no lies to report from Joe at the moment. So just cross your fingers. All right. Now, first up, the first thing I want to cover is the fact that the Disney employees are now actually protesting Disney. Now, if y'all remember the information that I put out prior, they were claiming that their employees were boycotting, and that's why they had to speak up against Governor DeSantis and the state of Florida, and what they have dubbed the Don't Say Gay bill. Basically, the state of Florida and Governor DeSantis included, simply wanted them to not bring certain information to children between the ages of kindergarten and third grade. Now, much like you all, I didn't understand what the problem was. Kids between kindergarten and third grade don't need no special education about none of those things. They got the rest of their life to hear that information. But Disney made the story up, and I do believe they made it up. That Disney made the story that that their employees were boycotting, they were complaining, and so we had to step in, we had to say something, and we're going to do what we can to get the law repealed in the state of Florida, which resulted in the state of Florida saying, yeah, all them special tax privileges you had, we're going to go on and snatch that back. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and pull that back. Since apparently you don't know what to do with the privileges you've been afforded, we're going to go ahead and see if we can relieve you of them. So y'all know we talked about that during our one of our updates, or maybe a couple of our updates here on Good Afternoon Royals. However, the real Disney employees have stood up. Not only have they stood up, honey, they have stood out. They are out in front of Disney. These are their employees waving flags and whatnot. One of their employees actually spoke with the news media that was there. And basically what they're saying, y'all, is that the thrill is gone. They do not approve of what Disney is doing. They were not boycotting and complaining about the laws in the state of Florida. A lot of the people who work there were basically saying, most of them are saying that they completely agree with the law. Hey, Nadia, they completely agree with the law, the bill that was passed. banning them from having such conversations with children between the ages of kindergarten and third grade because they are parents themselves. And then they further went on to say that they feel like Disney has been hijacked by the liberal left, and says that most employees um, are miserable at work. They're not happy at work. They said, one of the ladies says the magic has left the magic kingdom. Her words, not mine. Yes, come again. Disney absolutely overstepped their bounds. They absolutely did. And the thing is, what I find interesting is that they claimed that they were doing so as a response to their employees saying that they weren't happy with what was happening with the Florida government. Now the employees are coming out saying that that's an absolute lie, and they feel like the company itself has been hijacked by the liberal left. They said that it's miserable coming to work. They can no longer say ladies and gentlemen. They have to try to make up weird pronouns. They can't just speak regularly anymore. Everything is so left leaning that they can't even be comfortable or happy at work. According to the people that were talking, one of them alluded to it. One of the other ladies said it outright. All the magic has left the magic kingdom. And I'm sorry, but I believe that they're telling the truth. AAE says a lot of people who work for Disney are working poor. Disney does not even pay strong to be this busy. I mean, they really don't. They really don't. You say the response from Disney employees are higher wages. Disney employees for years have been protesting about wages. There are videos that go long here on YouTube from Disney employees that just want a pay raise. Well, this situation is that they're saying that basically they do not approve of the direction that Disney is going in. They wanted to speak out and let it be known that they were not in support of Disney going against the state of Florida. And basically that they're miserable at work. According to them, the magic has left the magic kingdom. That's what they said. I didn't say it. That's what they said. Angel A says hijacked by left and corporate sellouts. Amen. Nacho Twins mama said, I turned down an offer from Disney. The offer Disney extended me to work for them. I had to piece up out of there. I don't blame you. So it goes even further that one of the people that worked there actually said that conservative or Christian voices are not welcome visiting or working at the park. Now that statement made me like double take a little bit. So y'all so deep with the nonsense that you don't even want Christian or conservative people to even give you money to come to your park. Now y'all, to me, that says a lot. That says a lot. Disney deserves whatever the law has in mind. They've been historically racist. They've been more than historically racist. They've done much worse than that. And that's coming from somebody who grew up living in that area. They do a lot worse than that. The racism was just step one. They have been left leaning and problematic for a while. Yeah, they're not going to pay you anything close to your worth. That's why they're comfortable in, having their business in the state of Florida. One, because of the climate and the tourist trade there. But two, because you can actually get away with not paying people appropriately in the state of Florida. Right. Pay me, I'll handle my own politics. And that's what a lot of their employees are saying. They're like, look, let us do our job and go home. Why does this have to follow us to work? They just want to work and go home. These people don't want it. See, I've heard about the deep anti-Christian stance at Disney. Right, but a lot of their employees are Christian. So it's like you can be anything except a Christian. If you're a Christian, it's a problem. But a lot of people have experienced that in a lot of arenas. So I don't want to pretend like it's just Disney, but it's definitely Disney, okay? Sandy Storm. Hey, boo. I missed you too. How you doing? Yeah, they want to give you that old family pass with the blackout dates. yeah, leave that to young people, kids who are home from college over the summer. I think that'll be fine for them. I don't think that grown people who have to take care of a family is going to survive off Disney wages. I'm just saying, ain't none of my business. I've never worked there, nor would I ever. But I don't believe they could really survive off of those that type of pay. Okay. So another thing that's going on, just busy. All right. Sounds good. Vanessa says, I feel torn because I have a pending deal with them. I'm truly not feeling this. Girl, do your business. Don't get in bed with them, but do your business. Don't you turn down nothing but your collar. Make your money. As long as they don't ask you to do anything that's immoral or amoral, cash your check, pay your tithes, move on. Ain't nothing else to do. Now, the next thing I did want to bring out, let's slide it on to the front. How come nobody brought it to my knowledge? Now I heard about this a few days ago, but I kept forgetting to bring it out when we came on the porch to talk about our updates. Now, the Disinformation Governance Board from the Department of Homeland Security. Now, I don't know about y'all, but this sounds like the Ministry of Magic from Harry Potter. So y'all's friend, y'all's president, y'all's dementia patient, Creepy Sleepy Joe, him and his buds have decided that they're going to have a disinformation governance board. In other words, they're going to be out in social media yet again to govern what everybody has to say. So basically, if you disagree with them, it's going to be considered disinformation. So you might be thinking, now, sis, how is that different from what they're doing already? Well, it's not extremely different, except for the fact that now it's going to be done by the government, by a government agency. By a government agency. They literally created a branch of Department of Homeland Security to patrol the internet to control what they deem to be disinformation. And as we know, with everything that we've gone through with the pandemic, with the last election, with the lies when it came to Hunter Biden, how Jack Dorsey sat up there and banned people from Twitter for mentioning the mess with Hunter Biden, for coming out that it was all actually true. They still have not reinstated those people's Twitter accounts. So we already see what they call disinformation. Anything that does not serve their agenda will be deemed disinformation. My issue is, now that it is going to be patrolled by a branch of a government agency, what is going to be the outcome? How is this going to impact the lives of people who are actually free and critical thinkers? That's my question. AAE said, I actually thought the same thing. The Ministry of Magic, Biden's administration is straight witchcraft. Oh, yes, it is. And there's some more witchcraft going on. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later today. Maybe like in about an hour or so. You say anything Joe touches is problematic, including himself. He's problematic. Disagreement equals misinformation. That's so true. All right, Angie say, y'all, on the count of 3, reach back and hit that button. 1, 2, 3, hit it. Kia say, hence why Elon taking over Twitter is not as good as people think it is. But that has nothing to do with what's going on, Kia. Think about it for a minute. The truth of the matter is, that's why the liberal left was laying eggs and giving birth to whole cows on the hoof about Elon taking over. Because Elon has been very clear about the fact that he wants to restore the ability for the general public to have free speech. You don't have to agree with what Elon say, but the man is saying he wants you to have the right to say what you want to say. I don't understand why that's bad. I personally don't understand why that's bad. I don't believe in censoring anybody. I don't care if you're the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. I ain't got to agree with nothing you say. But I absolutely agree with the fact that you should have the right to say it, because that is your mouth. You are an adult. And when you take away people's right to speak and say what they want to say, you're encouraging riots. You're encouraging anarchy. You are encouraging violence. You're encouraging everything other than peaceful speech, because you're trying to limit and control peaceful speech. I don't agree with it. Say, didn't they do something similar in the 60s, child? You know, the CIA been doing it the whole while. What they lying behind. Plus the fact that we now know the FBI been collecting information on everybody with no warrants from anybody's judge, no reasoning, just dry long so. So next they'll go to people's homes. That's exactly where I'm going with this, Jackie, because you know they're doing it over there in the Ukraine now. Yeah, y'all friend the Ukraine that they keep telling y'all to put that little ugly flag up and pray for them. Yeah, them people going door to door, rounding people up and snuffing them out, because they saying what basically, if you say anything they don't want you to say. AAE say it is a cornerstone of liberalism and democracy to not only allow but encourage the free flow of information and communication. I totally agree. But we got people that are so, what they're calling the left, in my opinion, is dangerous, because they're literally in the media saying that free speech challenges democracy, when in actuality, it's exactly what you said. Free speech actually encourages democracy, unless, of course, you want the will of the people to only be the will that you told them to have. Come again, say Joe is desperate like Trump became. Power is hard to let go of. Right, and he ain't even hardly got none. Joe Manchin got all the power and ain't ran for nothing. Monique C, hey girl, who gonna control the controller? Now that's the question. That's the question. That's right. No love. Thank you, Kia. But this is what I'm getting at. This whole Ministry of Magic situation, the Disinformation Governance Board, they're trying to slide that they're trying to slide that Ukrainian energy in there. And a lot of people are kind of like, nah, we watching you. Come again, say free speech requires us all to have a tougher skin. Exactly. And people don't want to have a tough skin. Most people, and the ones who agree with censorship, are the people that only want to censor voices that they don't like. The problem with that is, if you agree or encourage them to censor anybody, eventually your day is coming. Eventually, you're going to have a dissenting view from that of the general public. The minute that you do not agree with mob rule, the minute that you are not a part of the wolf pack, the minute that you don't jump on the bandwagon, you are the next one that's going to get the gag. Sandy Storm says power can easily turn into an addiction when the person in power becomes desperate to make history. Joe is a desperado. I totally agree. The only problem is, the only history he's going to make is the least liked president. That's the only, I mean, even worse than Jimmy Carter. Like he's never, that's the only history he gonna make. Now, I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it right there. Lala say the irony of this discussion is I'm doing a research paper right now on the hypocrisy of the Constitution. Girl, you better go ahead on and give them a fever, Lala. Give them fever. Oh, girl. Listen, after you write your paper, if you want us to set up a Zoom so you can let your sisters hear what you wrote, we here for you, girl. We here for you, because I'm excited about your paper, and I ain't even gonna be in the classroom. I'm just saying. But this is what we're up against. This is what we're up against. Period. The goddamn Ministry of Magic. These people hate the fact that we think and speak for ourselves. That's what they hate. They don't want you to think for yourself. Hey, SFF. AAE says free speech does not equate to no consequences. Totally agree. Consequences do not hold morality. It is what it is. Consequences is exactly what Nene said. I said what I said. That's true. And that I agree with as well. I have a right to say whatever I want to say. You have a right to respond to it whichever way you deem necessary, as long as you're not breaking the law. And we all have a right to go home and agree to disagree. The problem comes in when people decide that you get to control what comes out of another person's mouth simply because it makes you unhappy or uncomfortable. Jackie says they thought it was so crafty to create social media. Now it's not so nice when people are not the robots they thought they would be. Right. They found out people were not quite as gullible as they would have liked. Hey, SS says straight Russian Soviet. They used to have spying, wiretaps in diners, and arrest people if they whispered. Well, it's coming over here. Vita say Denver in the house. Hey, Vita. You say it's 10 pages minimum, but I'm going to do way more, sis. Girl, listen, your sisters, I know, let me not speak for everybody. I would sit through all 10 pages because I'm just telling you, I'm interested. I'm in. I'm totally in. I love a good paper. Love a good research paper. But that's what we're up against. Now, we got a little more information, and I'm only going to drop this info because I don't know how many of you took part. So in case you did, I feel like I'm responsible and I got to say what I got to say. Now, I don't know how many of you took that Paxlovid from PFIZER. My poison has a first name, is PFIZER. Okay, them. So anyway, They got to track down the relapses. Because so apparently, what the government is saying and what the people at large are saying is they need a understanding about the relapses of people who have taken the Paxlovid. That's the pill for the Carnival 19 pill. Okay. The relapses, the problem with the relapses, y'all, is that they're saying, hey, DV, they're saying that the relapses are occurring almost immediately after taking a dose, and then there's a spike in the viral levels. Now, the problem is they don't know enough about it yet. They don't know enough about it. So now the relapses were mentioned in the FDA paperwork, but apparently not until page 23. So they buried it as far down as they could. You say you didn't take it and will not. Well, bless your heart. And I'm happy for you because I'm not either. But I don't know how many of our folks may have. So I'm like, let me just put the information out. So the doctors who are giving it out or who are prescribing it or however this is going down, they may or may not know. I seriously doubt the doctors have sat down and read all the pages and pages of information. Hey, Keisha E., I do, however, feel as though something like that should have been on page 1 and probably not on page 23. And I feel like you probably should have done a little more research instead of this emergency. What's the term they got? Where's AAE? You should know the term they're using. To pass it to emergency approval. That's what I wanted to say. The emergency approval, I feel like they're misusing it, and I feel like they're abusing it to a degree, because this should have been, they should already know what happens with these relapses. It shouldn't be a matter of, we don't know if it's highly transmissive. We don't know, how long it's going to last. Like we should know more. And the fact that they don't know enough about it lets me know that you have indeed abused this emergency approval. So if you taken it, let me do the commercial. If you or a loved one has taken trisombiesetol, please call this number. Just be careful, be aware. You still may choose to do so. If so, that's fine. Just be aware that you may have a relapse immediately after taking your dosage. That's all I'm gonna say. Just want to throw that out there because it's news. Okay. Next up, what we got to discuss. This one is a little heavy in my opinion, but let's talk about it anyway. So there were some documents that were leaked, Supreme Court documents. Basically, they want to overturn Roe versus Wade. Now, I'm going to tell y'all why this is a problem in my opinion, okay? It's a problem in my opinion because I am a feminist. I don't hide it. I don't care if 20 hoteps come try to chase me down to beat me with onks. I am a feminist. I do have a problem with the government or any man telling a woman what she can do with her uterus. I just don't think that that's appropriate. So the fact that they're gearing up to overturn Roe versus Wade makes me very, very uncomfortable. And what makes me even more uncomfortable is the fact that there are enough Republican Supreme Court justices that we should all be very concerned. And it's very possible that this can be a reality. Now, for those of you who are unaware or a little rusty, or you may have heard about Roe v. Wade and not have a clear understanding, Roe v. Wade was the landmark case in 1973 that went to the Supreme Court that actually provided federal protection for women's abortion rights. That is a big deal. Yes, 20 hoteps. They hate for a woman to be a feminist, but I am one to the death of me. I have a right not to be a second-class citizen. I have a right not to be oppressed by any men, black, clear, cloudy, opaque, or adjacent. And I have a right to agency over my own body, including and not limited to my uterus, fallopian tubes, ovaries, and any of my other reproductive organs. That part. AAE say, however, respectfully, academics do need time to flush out their work. Yeah, that's true. Hey, it's the beautiful CC Miller. Hey, sis. Angel A says, I heard on Viva Free. I don't know what that is, baby. Speculation of a hoax on the leak. Supreme Court does not leak. Yeah, but these are some strange times we living in, and I don't believe it's a hoax. I do believe that they are indeed trying to do so, and it's not the first time. Let's be clear. The problem is, Keisha, it's not in the Constitution. Those are the points we gonna hit. Those are the points we gonna hit. That's what I'm saying. You say Roe v. Wade is a closed issue. I attended Catholic school and we discussed this. And even the priest said the matter is closed. Samuel Alito is making an argument, but we don't know the full extent. Well, I'm going to give you the extent of what I got. You say he's a Canadian vlogger, attorney / vlogger. Oh, okay. Yeah. Not to be funny. He don't know enough about us to tell us what we doing over here. And I mean that just like it sounded. AAE said we do not know the full extent. Well, let me give you the extent of what I do know or what I have found. Let me say that. Okay. First of all, yes, it is Sam Alito with this crap. But as I stated, this isn't the first time. Secondly, it is not a closed case. We would like for it to be a closed case, but as in any other case, there is always the danger that something can be overturned. There's always that danger. Like, you should never get so comfortable that you believe that they can't do something to you, because they absolutely can. And the very first chance that they get to do so, they will. That's right, CC. Very strange times. Very strange. Okay, not your twins mama say, I'm with you on this, Seanitra. I'm not here for them overturning law that has been settled as precedents, and it was upheld sometime later with Planned Parenthood versus Casey. Absolutely the truth. Absolutely the truth. Yes, last days, that's where we at. Back in 92, very true. End times, that's exactly where we are. So now this is what Alito is asserting. Alito is saying it must be overturned because the Constitution makes no reference to abortion and says that it's not protected by any constitutional provision. Okay, well and good. But based on the merits of the Constitution, they were able to make their case, present their case, and it was ruled on. Now, my issue with this is that one, it's not going to, let me be clear first on the one. The clarity on the one is this is not going to make it illegal across the board. What this would do is take away federal protections and leave it up to each state. And so what that would put us into, and this is my problem with it, it would put women into the position of having to cross state lines and get documentation in other states, have the fear of prosecution for going to other states to get procedures done that should be able to be done in their own states by Planned Parenthood. Also, it opens the door for things that used to be the case before, and I doubt we're going to go all the way back to coat hangers. However, when things are not able to be done in a simple and clean and safe environment, then people are going to go and make choices that are illegal and possibly unsafe. Okay? Then you're opening these women up to the ability of other people to sue them because of a decision that they made with their own bodies. I don't like it. That's right, Keisha E. The back alley will be back again. Women should not be put in positions where they have to take the risk of losing their lives, risking their lives, because you got old, hetero, clear men who feel as though they should have the right to impose their will on a woman's uterus. Okay? We've been fighting a long time to keep them out of our uteruses, and I would like them to remain out of our uteruses. That's all I'm saying. Stay out of our uterus. That's all. That's all. Because if we tried to take control of their scrotums, I can promise you it would not be this many people in support of it. LEL say, but states don't own us, which is disgusting. If one state bans it and you go to another state to do it, that's disgusting to even think your home state could do something to you. But they can. They can. Look at Texas. Come Again says the Constitution should be amended to limit the terms of Supreme Court judges. Yes, they should. AAE says, Seanitra, very, very, very good point. Women may actually be sued. Exactly. They can be. I keep telling y'all, I play ignorant, but the Florida Negro News, this girl right here, I'm not quite as crazy as I come off sometimes. When I see people about to infringe on our rights, our agency over our own bodies, that flips a switch in the back of my head. Angel A say it's a dangerous move, especially as many window lickers walking around too. Thank you. Yes, it's going to be a witch hunt. Just like girls jumping on planes going to the DR to get their booties and bodies done, they going to be jumping on planes to go get that done. And then every time a girl goes out of the country to get a BBL, she's got to worry about if somebody's going to try to sue her and prove that she was pregnant and got rid of a baby. See, this is the problem. Stay out of our uteruses. We shouldn't have to defend ourselves and be at risk of our lives or our freedom or our finances because we want control of our bodies. AAE says Seanitra woke up and decided to choose litigation when it comes to this subject. You make such strong points. You're so crazy. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Yeah, no more lifers in DC. I've had enough. Oh, thank you. It's very scary. And I want us to pay attention to what's going on. This is serious. Keisha says there's more of them going now. That's why they have a problem, because they're not procreating. Well, this is the thing. If they were able to legislate this nonsense, well, not legislate, if they were able to overturn this crap and it only affected women of their own racial or ethnic group, that would be fine with me. But as we all know, the Supreme Court is not a rainbow. We're not represented well there. Okay? Women alone are not represented well there. Let's really tell the truth. Okay? Now, from what I'm understanding, Stephen Breyer, Sonia Sotomayor, and Elena Kagan are writing a dissent, which let's see how that goes. So at this point, you got 9 justices. We know where one stands. We know where the other 3 stand. And we got 5 that we don't know where the hell they stand. But I want us to pay attention. See, in the meanwhile, while they got everybody worried about Zelensky versus Putin, they're over here trying to backdoor their way into our freaking uteruses. Kids say this is sad. If a woman is attacked, she shouldn't have to have the baby if they don't want to. That's true. And you know what? If you're not attacked and you just had a little bit too much Jose Cuervo, or you was out there drinking that Ciroc, or you was sipping moonshine, and you mess with Joe Blow, who ain't got no job and live with his grandmama, and you had a lapse in judgment, and your common sense came back, and you said, I don't want to be a baby mama. It should be your right, because that's your uterus. That's where I'm at with it all day. Lala said, I'm praying this won't be a watershed moment, because if it is, we're in danger. Yes, that's the point. CC says it's the projection for me. A lot of those old farts paid or still paying to get them done for the side pieces. Hashtag hypocrisy. Girl, you better say it again. You better say it again. It's true. Keisha say, then they stayed at 6 weeks. Some do not know until week 7 or 8. That's very true. A lot of women don't know until way later. I think it was Oklahoma that's now saying they want to do 6 weeks. Some are saying 12 weeks. Some are saying 15 weeks. Nacho Twins Mama says this is why the argument was being made to stack the court. But the problem is you cannot stack the court when you got people that will never vacate those seats. There's no way to stack the court unless y'all gonna bump them off. Now, if y'all gonna bake them a pie that they can't wake up from, then let me know. I'll send chicken. Because until then, the ones that are there are there. Angel A says it will change a young woman's life trajectory, not the males. Exactly. Mama's baby, daddy's maybe. Hey, Juan. Say these Republicans are trying to take us back to slave days. Watch. That's exactly what they want to do. And the Democrats are making it possible because they have been so evil and dishonest that people are going to overcorrect and put a bunch of Republicans in office. And then we really going to be in trouble because they're not going to fumble the ball. Democrats are just so dumb that they can't do everything they want to do. The Republicans are old, ancient evil. They know how to get it done. And people are going to overcorrect because the Democrats have showed their hand just a little bit too much. D. Marie say the violence against women is going to escalate. Social services costs are going to rise. Oh, yeah, but they don't care. They don't care about us being in danger. We don't matter. DH, thank you for the super chat. Say, what will be overturned next? 13th Amendment, slavery? Give them a minute. I'm sure that I'm sure they're somewhere right now trying to see how to draft it. They're trying to figure out how to write it up. Give them a minute. I trust them. DV say, what's sad is if this was a male procedure, this wouldn't even be up for discussion. Thank you. My point exactly. Nacho Twins mama say they looking to add more seats. What would be that would give Biden more appointments while he had the House and Senate? But do we really want that old racist putting Supreme Court justices in place? Do we really want somebody who agrees with him or his agenda sitting in the Supreme Court? Do we really want that? Because I don't. Hey, LaPriest, yeah, they trying. They're trying to get it done little by little. And the Democrats are the main ones trying to get it done. If you really want to know, hell, they was the ones trying to keep us on the plantation in the first place. But I'm going to shut up before I step on a blue toe. Angel A say, will women be required to get death certificates for miscarriages? Sounds traumatic and abusive. Well, you know, they just arrested this woman who had a stillbirth, and they turned around and arrested her and claimed that she had an illegal abortion. The lady had a whole stillbirth. She lost her baby. They could sue you. Well, they're not going to be able to sue you for getting pregnant, but they can sue you if you get rid of it. And after a certain time period in certain states, and they're trying their best to make that so every state would have the power to do that to you without any protection. Hey, Tosh. Say it again, Lala. Their slip is showing. Slip is hanging bad. AAE said, we do not need any more SCOTUS. They have enough. I agree. 9 is enough. 9 is enough. Straight up. Say, this feels more and more like The Handmaid's Tale. It's almost about to be that. The only thing they haven't done is just taking control of our, you can only breed at this time. We're only going to allow you to breed with these types of people. And then we're going to take the children and indoctrinate them to whatever we want to indoctrinate them to. Sandy Storm says suicide. Ooh, I can't say that word. Susu will be high too. This is wrong on all levels. Hey, one thing about it though, when people want to do stuff, they're going to find a way to do it anyway. Which is what was going on before, which is why a lot of women lost their lives going to get illegal procedures done without the oversight of a trained physician. Hey, Jade, how you doing, baby? Say they are making male birth control, but I'll give you 3 guesses if you think these men are going to take it. This was in the news. Let me look it up for you so I can give you that information. I'm like, where y'all been? Hey, Tosh, say, I just don't believe if the child can survive outside the womb. And a lot of states will low-key allow that despite what people say. A lot of them do. Right. That's what they want to do. AAE, thank you for the super chat. Say there's nothing more important right now than to increase the number of active Black female attorneys. This is priority number 1. I totally agree with that, but we got to get Black female attorneys who have not been indoctrinated and to just sit around and spout masses talking points, because that's useless. There's nothing more useless than a Negro pen. And unfortunately, we have lots of Negro pens in politics, and most of them are lawyers. Deandra say this is a woman's decision concerning her own body. This is between the woman and God to make whatever choice she feels is best for her, not a government choice. Truly agree. They will boycott the procedure locations, right? Or worse, because some of them they lit them up. So we living in a Handmaid's Tale, Animal Farm, and Total Recall all at the same time. Hey, don't forget Aquaman too. They got them. They got them dolphins. Ain't gonna get them dolphins. Kia say, this is about clear people decreasing. That's why they overturned Roe V Wade. Well, this is the problem. I feel like it's very goofy of them. and counterproductive. Let's really talk about it, right? So your birth rates are dwindling. Your fertility treatments are barely working. You're trying to push in the media and social media the gender war amongst Black people because you're hoping that most of us will be stupid enough to start breeding with you to save your necks. And then you're hoping to shut the clinics. Well, here's the problem. Most of your women's issue is not that they run into the clinics to flush it out. These heifers are having a hard time taking in. When you can't take in, you ain't got to worry about flushing it out. But I'm going to shut up because it sounds mean. Queen Mermaid said, I'm back from my meeting. Sound like they taking us back. Oh, man. Well, have a good day at work. Don't let them get on your nerves. DB say the Republicans scream it's a life, but haven't done anything about the messed up foster care system. What about those lives? Well, DV, that lets you know that they have an agenda that has nothing to do with life. If you cared about the lives, you wouldn't have a fit and piss and moan if you think that the mothers of these lives would get a food stamp. They care about the lives until it's time to feed the life, until it's time to educate the life, until it's time to pay the life the money that their great grandparents are owed. See, it's all about the life until you get here and you alive. It's not about the life, it's about control. Taj say this is literally a play to create division. The race relations has died down, so they are like, what else can we do? Right. That's part of it. But the other part, I'm telling y'all, is straight up, they want control. Say we the people need real silver oversight. Child, we got it. We got Jesus. Jesus watching them. He being a little quiet, so they think he ain't looking, but he's still looking. Straight up. Hey, Black Cherry. Oh, man. I'm just glad you're here. Say the fertility treatments will move you into early menopause. Uh-huh. But it's real cute and sporty that you get there. And not only will it move them into early menopause, it's very pricey and costly. Whereas you have the majority of Black women who may not have the money for fertility treatments, but we can still have babies like chickens. They just be falling out. You minding your business, walking to your mailbox, baby just fell out in the driveway, just everywhere. You in the mall, trying on shoes, baby just fall out right there in the shoe section. So we don't have a problem taking in or pushing out. It's not the problem. Hey, RJ Gray says easy to create mess and rules for a uterus when you don't have one. So I wonder who is going to come up with the laws for penile regulations. Girl, you wait and I'm going to wait with you. You just tell us where we going to sit while we wait. That's all I want you to do. Tell us where to sit while we waiting. Because they're not going to regulate no fallacies. They're not going to regulate the male principle. But they surely want to regulate the womb. Because at the end of the day, we are the life bringers. We bring it here. And we have control over that. And the idea that women can control that is an issue. Now, let's talk about Bernie. See, this is going to give you more insight as to why the DNC, the Democrat National Convention, as exposed by Julian Assange, worked so hard to steal that vote from Bernie and give it to Hillary's nasty, stinking, half-dead tail. It's because Bernie actually got a little decency to him. I ain't gonna call him, I ain't gonna put him on no pedestal, but Bernie got a little decency to him. Bernie said that what he wants to do, he said he gonna introduce a bill, he gonna introduce a law to try to solidify abortion as a federal right. And if he can get that through, then that would kneecap the court ruling. So Bernie trying to find a way to still lock it down. Like, okay, if you take the protection away through the Supreme Court, he wants to do it through the legislative branch, which I think is a good thing. Hey, Lady Tonya. Yeah, they robbed him. But see, stuff like that let you know why they robbed him. They robbed Bernie because Bernie is a problem, and he actually would present an obstacle to their real agendas. He would present an obstacle to their real agenda. So absolutely, they got a problem with Bernie. But I just wanted to put that, on y'all's hearts, so y'all can pray over that for a little bit. Let's get that on out the way. But we got to go to the funny papers. There's some funny stuff happening in the funny papers, and we ain't gonna let it go. We ain't gonna let it go. So let's slide on over, if you will, to the funny papers. Hey, so as you saw on the thumbnail, hopefully. Season 14, Real Housewives of Atlanta premiere. The ratings are in, and they didn't even break 1 million viewers. You heard what I said. Now, this is the worst for 11 seasons. It's been over 11 seasons, and it ain't been this bad. Even season 13, where everybody was complaining, that was still 1.42 million. They done dropped down to 933,000 viewers. Now, y'all, that woo, mm, mm, mm. Well. Hey, Glennis, sis made it. Yeah, I'm trying. I don't know. I knew it was bad, but I ain't know it was gonna be that bad. Right. Say know when to hold them and know when to fold them. And the problem would be, you say Nene had them at 5 million. Right. So I started perusing. AAE, thank you for the super chat. AAE say hashtag draft Phaedra. Well, it's not. I mean, I don't even know if they could save them at this point. Yes, it was a dry premiere, and people was trying to hype it so bad. Oh, it was really good. It was not. It was a mess. Ain't nobody blind, cripple, or crazy. I even had somebody in the replay like, it was good. Stop hating. I'm hate watching. Don't come tell me to stop hating. I done already told you I'm hate watching. I don't like the show. I want it to go away. So if I'm gonna watch it, I'm gonna hate. Don't come over here telling me not to hate. If you looking for somebody to kiss them all over, this might be the wrong porch. That's all I'm saying. The premiere was dry. It was boring. It was a mess. It was fake. It was forced. And the village has spoken. And it tickled me because as I was perusing, and I do mean perusing, social media, I saw a plethora. I saw a cornucopia, a veritable smorgasbord of excuses for why the numbers was in the toilet. Everything from, well, people watched it on Peacock. Well, nobody have cable no more. People have other ways to watch it. Some people on YouTube will show a whole episode. What else did I see? I saw, well, Nene and Portia's fan bases are gone. And I'm sitting there like, okay, I hear all these excuses, but that doesn't account for the fact that 90 Day Fiance still got their viewers. So did people get rid of cable but only sign back up for the cable? There go my Christian Key. Hey, Bookie. Lala say the National Guard couldn't save them at this point. They couldn't. Hey, C. Mays. Not the same at all. And I'm going to tell you what I did not see so much from the people with all of these excuses and rebuttals for the nonsense. What I didn't see was, can y'all explain how you thought the show was going to be good when we don't know half the people on the show? We don't know these people. Black Cherry say, yes, fake, nothing authentic at all. Maybe they need to get a whole new cast. Well, that's the problem. They done got a whole new cast, Black Cherry, and we don't know them. SSA goes to prove, does Candy really deserve that $2 million she gets paid? Was it really worth choosing Candy / Cynthia over Nene? Not at all. It was a very stupid thing to do. But let's go back to this comment real quick, right? And you're right, Vanessa. It has run its course. Flush it. Flush the floater. Let's go back to this comment. I don't really feel like after seeing Nene's lawsuit, I don't even believe it was choosing Candy / Cynthia over Nene. I think it was billed that way. I think Candy and Cynthia helped the network and NBC Universal to push that narrative when it was never really Candy and Cynthia versus Nene. It was never that. It was Nene versus them clear folks. And you had some raccoonish Americans who were perfectly willing to jump up and make it about them versus Nene when they knew it was never about that. They knew that, just like Nene, if Nene was complaining and she got documentation to prove she was complaining, they knew she was complaining and they knew what she was complaining about. But when Bobo and Mr. Charlie asked you to go do a job and frame up your sister, you did it and you didn't have a problem with it. So yeah, flush the floater. And back to Vanessa's point, it has run its course. Angel A say, is Big Ed still around? I ain't looking for Big Ed with that no neck. That's another neck you leaves. Bravo RHOA. See what has happened was. Did you really take us back to that? Yes, I did. I did. Vanessa said it's like trying to put together the Supremes again when Diana Ross has left the building. Very true. Nene spoke up and the rest of the cast won't. Not all, but the SFF, my thing is this. If you chose not to speak up, that's one thing. You can choose not to speak up, but you could have also chosen not to say, I'm going to push a narrative and make it look like she's out to get us. This is about us versus her. Y'all knew it was never about that. But the truth always comes out. Truth always comes out. RJ Gray said, now they trying to push all of the haggard housewives, old and new, to a streaming network to get more money. Right. Monique C say, and karma is real. I'm just saying. And you ain't told no lie. AAE, thank you for the super chat. AAE say, Bravo treated Nene as a black woman as opposed to a green woman. Now, Bravo is in litigation with Nene. The Bravo revenue producer, cheaper to keep her. It absolutely would have been cheaper to keep her. But they were too busy trying to put her in her place. With many of our own people talking about she need to be humble. Shut up. Ask yourself why you so humble. If you've been defeated, just say so. And stop trying to tell other black folks to be defeated. It's embarrassing. It ain't nothing worse than a old yes a boss shuffling, foot tapping, stepping, fetch it type clown. Tired of that. Sickening. Andy does need to go, but you know Andy's a part of the machine. Andy's a part of the machine. Thank you. That's what they could have done, AAE. AAE say Candy and Cynthia could have done nothing and remained both mute and moot. Right. Instead, you went and ran your mouth to try to be, I don't want to say Judas, but definitely Brutus. And you still moot and irrelevant. Lala says, it's safe to say Marlo's creepy impersonations have fallen flat with the rest of the boring ensemble. Just throw it away. Better yet, put it in the incinerator. It'll be hotter than the show if you go ahead and, that might be the only way it get hot. Gasoline, anyone? Rochelle say, hey, Seanitra and RHOA family. Candy been online talking about how light it was. You mean lit? I know she wasn't trying to call it lit. She's so boring. AAE say, does this situation with Bravo and Nene remind you of Dave Chappelle issue with Comedy Central back in the day? Sure does. With the Chappelle show, right. The only difference is, AAE, in that situation, when Dave Chappelle stated his case, our community rallied behind him and supported him because he's a man. This girl stated her case and it was all, oh no, you evil and you not humble. And it's like, shut up. Just shut up. It has nothing to do with any of that. And I get so tired of us not being smarter than a fifth grader. What she was saying, he was saying lyrics. She was saying, yeah, I got you. Hey, Wicked 548. Say the lightning of RHOA look, the lighting, I guess you mean lighting. The lighting of RHOA look low budget, AF. The storyline's fake and boring, AF. That's true. Uh-huh. She talked about how late it was. I mean, it came on the same time it always come on. I love it. I love it. AAE says, Seanitra, you're so right. Dave Chappelle, the man, and Monique and Nene, the women. Right. Right. And now they're in a whole position where your cash trip is to Miami, where you could have went on the mega bus. SSA, to this day, Candy and Cynthia make me sick. Greg was just diagnosed with cancer, and they threw Nene under the bus for a storyline and cruel jealousy. Yeah, and they did it for a check. I actually, if I can be honest, y'all, I could have taken it so much better if it was just simple jealousy in a storyline. I could have took it better if it was jealousy in a storyline. I think what bothers me and disturbs me the most is that you didn't even do it for real jealousy. You did it because Massa asked you to. Somebody that you called your friend. And on Cynthia's note, this the same lady that paid for your first wedding because your broke behind couldn't. That's my problem. As far as Candy, Candy's the same piece of trash she always been. So I don't really have a problem with that. And her and Nene ain't never been friends. They were civil for a little while, but they ain't never been friends, you know. However, it bothers me where Cynthia was concerned. This person really called you her friend and treated you like you was her sister, and this is what you did for her. All because somebody just asked you to. Vanessa says, know your worth. When a black woman is confident, it's received as arrogance. Right. Because most of our people have been conditioned to pretend that we don't have any worth, to be falsely modest, and to accept any crumbs that are thrown to us instead of making demands about anything. Not when it comes to our marriages, our children, our finances, anything. Don't make no demands. Let me see what else y'all saying. No, she didn't deserve that at all. Oh, what I said this time? I thought I was behaving for now. Yeah, they were perfectly willing to play step and fetch it. Say Nene did give Cynthia money all the time. She was always helping Cynthia with her bills. But it was the fact this girl had to pay for your wedding. And then you didn't even keep the man. And she ain't stopped being your friend. If I pay for your wedding, you stand with him. Let me just tell you that. Mm-hmm. And that heifer turned on her. And look what it got her. Nothing. Black Cherry say, how can the highest paid and the most boring? Make it make sense. Right? Nene should have left her alone the first time. She sure should have. I told y'all that is my biggest critique for Nene. She don't know how to leave people alone. When somebody show you they don't mean you no good, don't let them come back and apologize and get right back in your face. You can apologize. I can accept it. And then you're going to have to accept this distance. You're going to get these 50 feet. Hey, Nene Ashley. Cynthia gave Nene a friend contract, yet turned her back on her with a quickness. Exactly. Mm-hmm. AAE say Candy has always been particular with Nene. However, Candy could have just ate her food and stayed out of the blinkery. You know, you got to misspell the cuss words over here. With Nene and Bravo. I think Bravo told Candy to monitor like the overseer. That's how Candy got the big check. Candy got the big check because she didn't mind being nasty to Nene. She came on the show with a problem with that girl. The same reason why that woman at your job still has a job. Oh, y'all having a private conversation. Let me get out y'all business. That's my homie, Jerry I. Say Portia and Nene laughing at them ratings today. They ought to be, because I am. Sandy Storm say Candy is a puppet master. I've been saying this since season 2. Uh-huh. The way she came between Kim and Nene was so diabolical. Sure was. I think she came to that show to take Nene's spot. That's what she came for. And it didn't quite work out the way she thought because people don't really cut for her like that. The only people that are her fans are people that don't like Nene. So they chose her by default. Jackie say, now look at Cynthia now with Mike Hill shaking my head. Okay, and I'm shaking mine too. Wicked say, everyone that come to the show use Nene for a storyline. Yep. Hey, Hill the Land, please. And they was mad when Nene said she was that girl, but clearly Nene was that girl. She clearly was the girl. Hill the Land say, Candy is all about money, nothing else. And I'm not mad at you being about your money, but it's certain stuff I just feel like you should have enough morals to not do certain things. I'm just saying. She is intelligent. I don't know about no child prodigy. Not only does she understand melody, but she knows what needs to be done to get on and be accepted. Child, the only thing she knew what to do to get on was to get on her knees and her back. Now, we ain't finna start that up in here. Hey, Sonny. No, we ain't gonna go that far. Absolutely not. No, I ain't eat nothing today. Maybe later. So Bravo losing money on 2 Candy show. Stop. Child, Vanessa probably done seen it all. She probably done seen it all. But this is the part that got me. So y'all know I don't watch What Happens Live, because y'all know we was in here talking about the show after the show. Okay? Y'all know. So anywho, Marlo was on there, and apparently I told y'all it's something about this Marlo obsession with Portia. So they brought up somebody supposed to be a caller. I don't believe it's no caller. Now it's starting to look like they're telling Marlo to constantly imitate, impersonate, talk about Portia. Because apparently some caller, and I'm doing air quotes, caller, call in to ask her what she thought about Portia and Simon's relationship. Like, what does that have to do with Marlo? Her and Portia not even friends. Like, it's starting to look like this is contrived. Like, they hoping that Portia will respond to say something in social media to give them a lifeline. Because right now, if Portia would even go back and forth with Marlo on social media, that would actually save them. And I not only do I hope Portia don't do it, but I don't think Portia got any plans on giving them a lifeline. I think Portia got every intention on letting them flop. Say, tell the truth and stay in church about Candy, Seanitra. I'm just hey, you know that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tell the truth. We ain't finna play them games. Yeah, and I'm like, why they are so obsessed with Portia? Is she a pretty girl? Yes. Do she have nice wigs? Sure. Nice little haircut, cute shape, all that. But this girl is also dumb as a bag of hair, and she don't mind misplacing the truth here and there. I'm not understanding why anybody would be obsessed with Portia other than hoping to use her to gain attention for this sinking ship. I can't think of no other reason. Because Portia ain't nothing to be obsessed with. I'm sorry. I'm not dissing the girl. Nothing about she's very pretty. Y'all know the rule over here. If it's a pretty brown skinned girl, we gonna do what everybody do when it's team yellow. We must admit that she's a very pretty girl. Okay. Lady Tonya say Candy kept her knee pads on deck when she was in Escape. Sure did. She'd have never wrote a song if she hadn't been on their knees and backs for Shakespeare. But I'm gonna shut up because that's above my pay grade. RJ Gray say they running the network like a plantation with a whole cast of characters, stepping, fetching, house ninjas, and masters. Right, and you got a whole bunch of them house ninjas that'll go back and report on everybody else. And I think that's about where y'all girl Candy fall in. Yeah, any means. Hey, U.S. Army Brad, how you doing, boo? Lala say, I saw a clip of Marlo on there trying to do an impersonation of Nene with the blonde wig, and she is definitely obsessed with Portia. It's weird. But yeah, so she went to talking about the girl relationship, talking about as long as the money long, I guess the guy was asking how long she was gonna stay with, how long you think that relationship gonna last, and she's like, oh, as long as the money long. Marlo, pop meat kettle. Girl, your whole existence is sack chasing. I know you ain't talking about nobody else sack chasing. Like, this is disturbing. To me, that's just as ridiculous as people calling Marlo a hoe on a show full of hoes. How is Marlo going to talk about somebody chasing a bag when her whole life is chasing a bag? I just need to understand. AAE say Portia's not giving them a lifeline. No need to explain herself with those randoms. Portia knows she can go back to Bravo whenever she wants. Plus, she's with the African. Portia is good. Yes, she is. And yes, sis, I did say dumb as a bag of hair. She is. The baby ain't smart, and y'all know it. DH say Portia sitting back eating her popcorn and hoping the ratings fall below her show. They ain't far from it. Okay, so let's look at it. Portia's show, she averaged about 700,000 viewers on a regular. Like it went up and down, but that's just like the average. You know, you have to put it all together, divided by the number of units. Y'all know how to do averages. So she averaged about 700,000. They at 900,000. Y'all supposed to be the flagship show. Ain't no way in hell her rating should have came nowhere near that. Nowhere near. You say Portia's pretty, but an empty shell, real empty. You can hear the echo. You can hear the echo. You sit her down to scratch her scalp, honey. You probably hear all kind of whooshing around and shushing and everything else. Ain't no telling what kind of acoustics is coming out of that coconut. Rochelle say, I'm sorry, my phone messing up. I heard about Drew's fake storyline, but let me go back. I told y'all last year Drew's storyline with Ralph was fake. I told y'all that then. I told y'all it was fake then. First of all, this girl came on with this mess on her very first season. Soon as you come in, soon as you out the gate, first thing out your mouth, he ran away to Tampa for 3 days. I don't know where he at. Said no black woman ever. Said no soul sister ever. Told y'all it was fake. And the whole thing that's going on now is fake and forced. Fake and forced. The fact that she tells Sonya, who she's supposedly just meeting, why would you tell somebody you just meeting about this man being a hoe? Then Sonya wait and get in front of Candy and tell Candy about it without even finding out if Drew was okay with you repeating it. Then Candy get in front of Kenya and tell Kenya like they all close girlfriends, but y'all all just meeting. Not to mention the fact Kenya was just picking on this girl for having a whole what's them things called, a poodle on top of her head last season. Say had to use them knee pads because she can't sing. Hey, you got to use what you got. Now, I don't approve, but I understand. Portia may go back only if Nene and Phaedra come back. Keep in mind, she with the African. He gonna make sure Portia gets the max. Yeah, I agree with that. Portia got it right. She earning her coins. That's right. See, in AAE in here, Klein talking about every man wants to want with the Billy Goat emojis. Not whose Billy Goat is this. Sandy Storm say, yep, RHOA is a plantation and RHOP is the farmhouse of Bravo. Right, and they treat them like that too. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Very familiar song to Candy. Y'all really, see, I mentioned it, but y'all going in. Say Candy needs to get her business affairs in order so she don't end up in court from food poisoning. I blame anybody who eats up there because you couldn't give me no food out of there. Right, with Marlo pot meat kettle. Pot meat kettle. I couldn't figure out how she had the nerve to even say that about somebody. Your whole lifestyle is funded by sack chasing. Say Portia laughing because she made more money on her own show and left the sinking ship on time. Right. Hey, Sharon Stanley, how you doing, girl? You said I couldn't get into her show, especially the disrespectful attitude toward Dennis's mother. I couldn't get into Portia's show because it was dumb. But I was going to watch it to see her lies get brought out because a lot of Portia lies got exposed. And then we got to see that she's surrounded by some scoundrels too. So it was interesting to see them lies come out. So y'all still hating on RHOA. RHOA was the third highest rated for Sunday night and still the lowest ratings they've had in 11 seasons. Hey, Rashida, you know I love you, girl. But it's not that I'm still hating on them. I had to report the numbers and then we talking about Marho. But it is what it is. One thing about it, numbers don't lie. That 933,000 viewers where they couldn't even break 1 million. And this is a show that always was coming in 2, 3, and 4 million. Oh no, that's news. And we're going to talk about it. Right, Angel A. He been gone for 3 days and I don't know where he at. Said no black woman ever. Nene Ashley said, I am dying. Did you say if you sit her down and scratch her head, I can't with you today? I'm just saying, we like to scratch our scalp and put a little grease on it and stuff. I wouldn't scratch her head. Them acoustics will run me crazy. Portia doesn't need RHOA like the rest of them though, and she's showing it. That's true. That's true. That's very true. DA say the most interesting fact we learned for this episode was that Todd has his condo rent. Yes. And that was just in the blurb for the next episode. Ooh. Honey. Listen, that got my attention now. I ain't know what to say. So Candy need to chill out because she playing in the realm of public liability. Yeah, I'm scared of that food now. I ain't messing with that. RHOA is only compared to RHOA. RHOA is the best, therefore, they are only going to be compared to itself. Yeah, I ain't really studying about them other people, but let's talk about the fact that you ain't never been this bad. I don't know who MJ is either, Rashida. I don't know who that is. You're going to have to spell that out, AAE. I don't know who MJ is. RJ Gray say, I don't know. I kind of believe Drew's storyline that her marriage is crumbling. The ref is definitely up to no good. I think that her new assistant is the one that offered Ralph the massage. Oh, you about to make me get out my comb and royal crown and go scratch my own scalp. Did you say that the young man that is her assistant and Sheree's assistant offered Ralph the massage? Hey, Destiny Morton. I can't with RJ Gray. Y'all, man, one of y'all get RJ. But yeah, I ain't understand that with Marlo. I'm like, man, come on. It's starting to give that the whole impersonation, the creepy behavior, the single black female routine. It's starting to feel like maybe Andy and them asked her to do it. She was willing to do it. And maybe that's how she got her peach. Because it's now, once I saw that really happened with Watch What Happens Live, and they had the caller to, air quotes, call in, I believe they setting it up. They asked her to do it, and she's doing it. Hey, Tony Sales, you say the boycott is working. Oh, I believe you. You say Ralph does give me versatile. You know what? You trying to say that man ambidextrous? I'm not fooling with you. Lala Chanel said the condo was probably a scheme that Todd set up as his escape plan from Candyland. Man, look, that felt some type of way. Oh, you meant Michael Jackson or Michael Jordan, the greatest of all times. RHOA is the best on Bravo. I actually remember Bravo before it turned to its current manifestation. RHOA put Bravo into positive cash flow. Very true. Very true. Now with that analogy, I totally get the MJ reference. You can only be compared with yourself. When you the best, you the best. So we can only compare you with you. And right now, you ain't living up to your best. You not applying yourself, Smokey. That's all we saying. Black Cherry said, I think the women are too seasoned for this show. And foolishness. We expect this behavior from younger women. We ain't even getting no behavior, Black Cherry. We getting bad acting and 4 storylines. Hey, Tammy, is that Cater? Tammy Cater? Pretty picture. She says, I watched Basketball Wives LA before this mess. You know what? I ain't even mad at that. I totally feel you in my heart. Marlo trying to be anybody but Marlo because Marlo don't have a front personality. Marlo is the backup dancer. Listen, do like I do. Pull it up online. Don't. I refuse to give them one view. I can't do it. Destiny said, I can't with RHOA. I watched the trailer and went on about life. Back in the day, there was real beef, real storyline, genuine people, and it seems like they cast for the drama. I'd rather not. Yeah. Drew has no storyline. Her husband is allegedly cheating, so now RHOA moving to fix my marriage. I'm done. I'm done with y'all. I ain't doing this. Did you say they done turned in to fix my marriage? Now that's just too far. That's too far. What's sad is you telling the truth. I can't even dispute it. Because that's what it's looking like. Every scene, they bringing that manufactured storyline and dropping it on everybody who enters the conversation. And it almost feels like they told Sonya what to do when she got there. So Sonya just jumped in and started being messy. People don't normally do that. Who just jumps into a new situation and just start being messy? Unless they have instructions. Kind of like Drew did last season. Say she should go in marriage boot camp next. Yes, she should. I hope she does. Get a bag. Tony says Marlo would have killed them kids for that peach. And watching Candy is like watching paint dry. Oh, y'all are so rough. Oh my. Oh my. But yeah, the funny papers are interesting. Oh, oh wow. Tay-Bay say the alleged cheating husband narrative is tired. Girl, if you ain't gonna leave him, let him cheat in peace. Say it again, Tay-Bay. Say it again. Sonya already seems dry. Yes, she does. I prefer her mama and daddy. They so interesting. And then Destiny say, we know y'all got coin, but honestly, a lot of their income comes from the show, so it's clearly a job. That's why I mess with RHOP. They got a little coin, or at least some initially. Yeah, everybody but Giselle. Giselle done finally came up. They done increased her pay, and now she can paint the she shed. Lala said exactly. They keep trying to throw the storylines up against the wall to see what sticks, but they all fall flat. At this point, just change the name to Desperate Housewives. Yeah. Marlo done scraped, clawed, and lied for that peach. She did. She did. And I hope it works out for her. But this current thing that they got her doing, and now I really believe in my heart that they got her doing it, it's a little weird. It's a little weird. I don't think I'm gonna be watching Basketball Wives. OG ain't on there. If OG was on there, I would watch it. But I'm not watching the rest of them heifers. I don't like them like that. Right. If you're gonna stay shut up about it, you shouldn't want nobody to know the man treating you like that. Be quiet. Didn't want nobody to know. RHOP been better than RHOA since it started. I don't know about all that now. When they first started, I was like, eh. But now I'm watching it. I'm in. I'm invested. Spiller, you made it. You late, but you here. Okay. SSA, I knew this season was gonna be tired when Drew threw the bone and barked in the season trailer. See? SFL say, I think I saw Clawfoot gonna be in on the couples retreat. I'm through. I'm through. Y'all, please hit the like button. Please thumbs up, thumbs up. Help your girl out. Say OG had body, brains, and class. She did, and that's why they couldn't stand her. And she had the nerve to have body, brains, and class and some melanin, and they was disturbed. Oh, child. Child, get this. This just in. Why y'all ain't tell me Black China will not go sit down somewhere? Yes, naturally gorgeous body, honey. She got it. She be in that gym, though, like it's a church. You say Drew irks your pinky toe? I'm through. I tried to have mercy on her until she showed us that before and after picture with the same body. But I want one of y'all to go and get Black China. This fool say she gonna appeal the verdict, and she say because the jury found her not guilty of abusing Rob Kardashian and confirms that the Kardashians did interfere with the contract. So she still ain't finna let it go. I want one of y'all to go get her. I'm through. And then on the court note, before we dip in a little bit, Donna Lemonade, y'all know Don Lemon. Y'all know I don't like him either, from CNN. So I don't know if y'all recall this, right? Now, about 3 years back, it was a clear fella that said that Donna Lemonade reached over and grabbed his banana and touched on his banana. Now, here we are years later, he dropping the case. Talking about after a lot of inner reflection and a deep dive into my memory. What are you talking about? 3 years later, you remember better than when it first happened? Okay, but I bite. A deep, after inner reflection and a deep dive into my memory, I had came to realize that my recollection of the events that occurred on the night in question, when I first met CNN anchor. So he a CNN anchor, he a famous person, you just met him, you was excited, you remember everything about it, but 3 years later, after you do a deep dive, okay, it was not what I thought that they were when I filed a lawsuit. He said the events was not what I thought they were when I first filed a lawsuit. So you done messed around and filed a lawsuit, and then 3 years later, after everything done transpired, after you done had time to forget stuff, now you remember better than when everything was fresh and new. You remember better than when it was fresh and new now. Now you do. Magically. Right, Lady Tonya, the check cleared. Thank you. I'm not the only one who see that. Okay, I'm just making sure I'm not crazy. Tammy say OG is not returning, but it's only the LA girls and Jennifer, no Evelyn. Still ain't enough. Is Shawnee O Nostrils gonna be there? Because if so, I just can't do it. You say let her fight. I don't know. Jackie said, I remember that he was lying from the start. Say that man touched the banana. Y'all say let her fight. Okay, well, y'all say let her fight. Y'all fight on channel. The girl said let you fight. You say Lemonade paid him off. Okay. I believe you. Lala say sounds like Donna check cleared for the hush money. Yeah, all of a sudden, he don't remember. Child, look. Let's just say I'm not ready. Let's just say I'm not ready. I feel like in situations like that, the judge should take action against them people. You filed a whole case, and now all of a sudden, 3 years later, you remember so much better than when it was fresh and it never happened. Now, you know what? Y'all come get y'all sister. Tony say, wish they fond of me so I can get a check. Hell, I ain't been fond of for real. I ain't free. Run me my check. I'm through. LEL say Tokyo done started to GoFundMe for the appeal and all. So let them waste the Kardashian time in court. If they in court, they can't be looking for more black men to sleep with. Girl, let them sleep with them stupid black looking men. If they are men, let them sleep with them. Anybody stupid enough to sleep with them, let them sleep with them. Lala say memories get foggy when money is concerned. Well, he said his memory cleared up, Lala. He said his memory cleared up, and that ain't he remembered it wrong in the beginning, but now he remembered it right. You heard Shawnee not gonna be on the show. You know she has to keep up a good appearance. She engaged to the pastor. Yeah, that's true. She gonna be the first lady. I would not go to that church. Tony say Evelyn needs to get that tracking device off Chad's name. Hey, I ain't gonna say nothing because at the end of the day, she say he did it. I can't say he didn't. I can't say he didn't. And child Nene up here talking to TMZ. Y'all want to hear what she said? I don't really want to hear what she said. Am I wrong for that? I like Nene. Y'all know I like Nene, but I don't really want to hear what she got to say. I don't. But yeah, y'all saying, let China go ahead and go. Let her go ahead and go. She also saying, I meant to let y'all know too. She also saying she gonna be in a celebrity boxing match. Hey, Ray all day. Is that who that? Ravine. Hey there. Yeah. Clout chasing. Usually talk about Todd with his own condo. Let Todd have his condo. Now that's whose side I'm on. Let Todd have that condo. You say play it. You want to hear what Nene got to say? Because I don't want to hear what Nene got to say. Y'all really want to hear? Because if y'all want to hear it, I'll play it for y'all. But yeah, he remembered real clear now after 3 years, and 3 years after. She got her own show coming out with the pastor. Who finna watch that snooze fest? I ain't no way in the devil. Yeah, China gonna be in a celebrity boxing match. She says she looking for opponents. I mean, if they pay enough, I'll knock out. I mean, I ain't no celebrity, but you know, if she just looking for somebody to swing on her, I got that. I don't even need that much. You know, give me 10 racks. I'll knock her smooth out. I hope Nene don't end up like Tierra Marie. No, she ain't gonna end up like Tierra Marie. Tierra Marie lied on 50. Now she got to run. Queen Mermaid say, I want to hear her. I want to hear it. Hell, Michael Rappaport gets to run his mouth, let Nene run hers. Oh, Lord. Okay. All right. Thank you, sis. Y'all say play it. So, I mean, if my sister said play it, I guess I ain't got no choice. Evelyn pop up every time you say Chad. I mean, if that man really did that to her, she got a right to pop up. You wish she moved in silence like Mariah. You know, Nene ain't Mariah now. Nene is not Mariah. Nene is Georgia. Mariah is Tennessee. That's a different flavor. You can see clearly now. My check has come. I like that. That's the remix. Okay, all right. I'm gonna let her say her piece and let y'all hear it. Boy, look at him. Whew. You say I'm a celebrity to y'all. Well, go tell Black China. Tell her I would be happy to knock her out real quick if they gonna pay me.
For this lawsuit, like what does compensation, what does justice look like for you?
The goals are to stop discrimination against Black women. Stop discrimination. That's just the goal. Nobody want to go to work every day as a Black woman with blonde hair and the head of the corporation call you a white woman.
Yeah.
So stop discrimination. That's the goal.
Are you looking for any sort of compensation out of it or what?
I can't speak on that.
You can't speak on that? Could I ask why now? Why did you decide now was the right time to do this lawsuit?
I felt like it was the right time a couple of years ago, or a few years ago.
Yeah.
But I was constantly being retaliated against, being blacklisted, not able to work, being silenced. And so, you know, it was difficult to do.
Well, y'all heard it from her. That's what she said. She said to stop discrimination. And I can't say I disagree with her. I think she's absolutely right. I think that number one, what she's saying tracks, because we all know a couple years ago she was meeting with Lisa Bloom. She was talking to lawyers. There was whispers about her leaving before she made the decision to ultimately not sign that contract because they was doing her dirty. If y'all recall, her fake friend at the time, Wendy Williams, went out, put it out there and tried to, scoop and tell her business before she had a chance to tell her own business. So I don't know. That's what was said. Y'all told me to play it. Y'all heard it for yourselves. She said her goal is to stop discrimination against Black women. And the idea of him saying, do you want any compensation for that? You wouldn't have asked the clear woman if she wanted compensation. So if a Black woman takes them to court, she's something wrong with her if she wants compensation. Get the hell up out of here. You discriminate against me, I need compensation. And so does your mammy. With that little Willie frou-frou accent. Are you looking for any compensation? Hell, are you looking for a speech therapist? I'm glad Nene kept it professional because I don't know that I could have. I don't. That was so disrespectful. What the hell do you mean? Am I looking for compensation? Shouldn't I be looking for compensation? I'm just saying that was just They always doing too much. Always doing too much. Don't never know when to sit down somewhere and shut what we call the hell up. Always. Just stop it. But anyway, let me see y'all comments real quick. So he has suffering and blood of our ancestors has the suffering and blood of our ancestors not been enough? Yeah, we want compensation and reparation. Every time you do anything to me, if you step on my bad toe, I want compensation. If you bring me my food at the restaurant and it's cold, I want compensation. I want compensation for everything. LEL said you can knock China out, but then you got to deal with Tony, who look like she'll bite you if she get bad. If she get mad enough, child, please, Tony wouldn't run up on me. Tony don't even look like a stupid woman. DH say I hope Nene lawyers are better than Black China's. Well, we already know they are. We don't need no more black women boxing. Hey, no, we don't. We definitely don't need Nene out there boxing. Nene too grown for that. Yeah, always questioning us when it's a foregone conclusion. You already know what time it is. You already know what's about to happen. So what you mean? Are you looking for that? That was his way of trying to invalidate her claims. If you want compensation, then there's something wrong with what you're doing. Is what they was trying to run. Is what he was trying to run with. I'm sick of them people in real life. In real life, I'm sick of them. But anywho, I'm finna get up out of here and let y'all have y'all day for a little bit. I'm gonna be back a little bit later because it's something that I want to talk about with y'all. And I'm gonna wait and mention it when I come back because I know if I mention it now, then it's gonna be a whole lot of, I'm gonna shut up. But I'm gonna mention it when I come back because there's some stuff that I want to talk about with y'all that I feel like is really diabolical. It's very sinister. And I feel like it's being done in such a way that it's coming out trendy when it's dangerous. So we got to talk about it. DH, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, thanks, sister. Great show. Thank y'all for being here. Y'all are the best company in the world. Like I said, y'all know the kind of stuff that my family is passing through right now. And you all are the absolute best distraction, the best group of sisters, the best family, period, to sit up and kick it with on this porch. But I will be back because we got to talk about some stuff. We really do. And I got some more conspiracy theories that I'm going to drop on y'all real fast, right quick on y'all. Okay. But I love you guys. I'm going to get up out of here. Please be positive, be productive, be encouraged. Make sure you encourage somebody else. Please hit the like button on your way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. And if you did already hit the like button, double check and make sure YouTube ain't take your like back. And also check that subscribe button and make sure it's gray. If your subscribe is red, it means that you're not subscribed, even if you come here every day. So please make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. And when the drop down menu pops up, make sure you click all. So you'll know every time we go live over here on this porch. I love you guys to life. And we'll talk a little bit later, okay, about some other stuff. We're going to get a little deep. And it's not creepy, but it's a little deeper than we normally like to get over here on the porch. But I'll be back, and y'all be great. Go have a wonderful day. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye now.